In a town where nothing ever happened, something began. Not murders, not kidnappings, just pieces, human parts, perfectly preserved, carefully labeled, left like gifts. But what kind of mind leaves a gift like that? This is the story of Ellenor Finch, the woman who collected silence, and the reason no one in this town ever sleeps quite right again. Margaret Hill wasn't crazy. 84 years old, widowed, a little stiff in the knees, but sharp as ever. So when she told the sheriff that her husband's grave had been disturbed, she wasn't imagining things. The dirt had shifted, the ground had sunk. But it wasn't until a jogger in Willow Creek found the jar that anyone believed her. Inside the jar was a finger, preserved in a thick yellow solution, labeled in neat handwriting, Ernest Hill, index right. Ernest had been buried for 10 years, and that was just the beginning. Within 3 weeks, 5 more jars were discovered. One beneath the high school bleachers, one behind the chapel, another wedged under the war memorial. All the same, carefully sealed, perfectly preserved, meticulously labeled, each containing a single human part. At first, every piece came from someone long dead, until one didn't. Jonathan Crows, the town's quietest recluse, hadn't been seen in days. When the police entered his home, they found him alive, sitting in a chair, his lips sewn shut with fishing wire, and his tongue missing. The jar was found under his porch the next morning. It read, "Panic spread like wildfire. Parents kept children indoors. Church bells stopped ringing. The town's calm became suspicion, and eventually, fear." That fear was confirmed when deputies, acting on a strange tip, searched a long-abandoned farmhouse just outside the forest line. In the basement, behind a crumbling bookshelf, they found a false wall, and behind that wall, they found it. The cabinet. Not furniture, not storage. A trophy case. 6 shelves, dozens of jars. Each shelf had a nameplate. Smiles, secrets, songs, sins, silence, skin. And every jar held something human. Not just body parts, stories. A pianist's fingers, a liar's tongue, a gossip's ears, a child's laugh stilled forever. The killer? Not a monster, not a stranger. Ellenor Finch, the town librarian, a woman known for kindness, tea with lemon, and quoting poetry from memory. She confessed without hesitation, calm, composed. She simply said, "People waste their gifts. I saved them." Her confession shocked the town, but nothing shocked them more than what happened next. 1 week after her arrest, a new jar appeared on the sheriff's desk. Inside, a human heart, labeled regret, yours. Eleanor never explained how the jar was delivered. She remains in custody, silent, smiling. But every year, on the anniversary of her arrest, a new jar appears. No fingerprints, no witnesses, always labeled, always sealed, and always, always personal. One year it was a tooth, another a lock of hair. No one knows who's sending them now. Some say she had help. Others say she started something that won't stop, something that listens, that waits, that collects. Beat. Because in this town, silence isn't peace, it's fear.